What does more energy look like in your life to that next level? Or you're just starting, you want to do your first campaign or whatever business you're in, right? What does more energy, more enthusiasm, more vitality look like in your relationship? So first is, I wrote, when it comes to mindset, again, no specific order, is focus on the outcome 5 times more than you currently do. What the hell does that mean? Okay, so with eating right, now we're going to go from physical to mental and back and forth, right? Remember, no order, right? But let's just give an example of exercise. I get up at 5 every morning and I go work out. There's hardly ever a time in history that I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and go, oh my God, I'm so excited to go in the gym and work out and like just do it, especially leg day. I freaking hate leg day. Hate it. I don't kind of dislike leg day. I hate leg day. Okay. But when I focus on, I got to get up, I got to take a shower, I got to do my little routine, which we'll talk about later, got to find the energy, get in the mindset. I want to write this down about my ebooks or about audiobooks. But if I let myself go down the road of, oh crap, I got to get up, I got to do legs, I don't want to do it. But when I focus on the outcome, there's also never been a time that when I'm done working out, I don't feel euphoric. I don't feel amazing. I'm like, I did it. I accomplished this today when I didn't want to. I also focus on the example I'm setting for my children. Their father working out 6 or 7 days a week is just, that's what you do. It's not a thing you do when you're overweight. It's not a thing you do when you're not feeling great. It's just what you do. It's like brushing your teeth. It's like saying please and thank you. It's just what I do. My kids already know it's a part of their life. Kids don't do what you say, they do what you do. So that's an outcome. I'm not focusing on lifting the heavy weights or doing squats. I'm focusing how I'll feel afterwards and the example I set to my kids. There's a third thing I focus on. I love having more energy than anyone half my age. I don't know if it's ego. I don't rub it in your face. I just love it. People always say, I love your enthusiasm. I love your energy. It's a part of me. I don't want to lose this. My kids are 13, 11, and 4 months old, right? 4 months old today. My son Luke is 4 months old today. My wife wants to get him a little cake. I'm like, babe, we can wait till you're, anyway. But I love having that energy. I told my son, you're not beating me in a running race until I'm 80. That's a bet I met with him. And my son is literally has been the fastest kid on all of his teams. He's lightning. And I was really fast too. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's genetic. My dad was really fast. So I don't know if it's genetic. It's very rare I ever get somebody to beat me in a running race. I always tell my son, you're not beating me to your 80. He's like, oh, heck no, Dad. 13 is the number. He's 11 now. He's like, 13, I'm blowing by. I'm like, hell no. I'll focus on that when it's time to go leg day. It's easy to say. It's easy to have in your mind like, today, I didn't sleep last night. Let me do it another. Or it's easy to get up and go, let me just get a cup of coffee. And then when I get the coffee, and then like, maybe tomorrow. How important is it to you? We're going to get into those pieces. So I don't digress too much and I kind of follow somewhat of a format. Focus on the outcome 5 times more than you do. Now, why do I say 5 times? Because I just made that shit up, right? And thank you for the happy birthdays for Luca. I just made it up. I just know it needs to be significantly more important in your life to focus on the results, not the effort that you have to put in, right? Now, is that the same way with food? Okay, my wife, I have to be honest, loves desserts. She says, no, I don't really like sweets. BS, hon, if you're watching, love you, you love sweets. Now, she only does it a couple days a week, but I'd go 6 months or a year without, never once, not even a consideration. Have a nice meal. I don't look at the dessert menu. They bring it, I'm like, no, thank you. My wife's always like, what are you doing? I'm like, I haven't had dessert in a year. Now, my wife will want to have dessert 3 times a week. And I guess she can because she looks amazing and she works out really hard, but it doesn't sit that well with me, right? So when it's time for dessert and the cake's passed around, I don't go, oh my God, I'm going to miss out on this cake. It's probably so yummy. What I think about is the end result. If I say no to that cake, that's a moment of, I wish I had it. But it's a lifetime of health. It's a lifetime of not ever dealing with diabetes or being overweight or not having the energy to play with my kids. Me, I have a 4-month-old. I'm 51. My wife wants 3 or 4 more. No exaggeration. I better keep my ass in shape, right? So I focus on the outcome. So number 1, focus on the outcome rather than the task at hand. Number 2, who are you doing this for? Now that's another, I kind of already covered it. So I'm doing the who, why, and what really quick. So who could you be doing this for? When you want to get up and work out, when you want to take the run, when you want to just take a walk, when you want to say no to the unhealthy food. You know, when your friends are like, oh, stop eating like a bird, stop eating like a cow, eat some real meat, eat some food, or whatever it is. It's easy to go, you know, they're probably right. I deserve it. I work hard. Or do you go, no, I'm doing this for my wife. I'm doing this for my husband. I'm doing this for my kids. I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for my 70-year-old self. You know, it's really hard to teach kids to do better things now so they don't get sick at 50, 60, 70. Really hard. They can't see that far in advance. But I talk to my kids like this all the time, and I know it sinks in at some level. It's like, do this for your 60-year-old self. You want to feel great? I mean, I have some dear friends I went to high school with. I love them to death. But 51 hasn't treated them so well, right? 51 hasn't treated them so well. This is not, I pray for them. But I remember when I used to make the harder choices, you know, I always say, live the hard way now for an easier life later, or live an easy life now for harder later. I can remember times with some of the exact friends when I'd make healthier choices or different choices, or go to the gym after a night of going out with them and getting home at 2 o'clock, and at 6 o'clock I'm at the gym. Like, you're crazy. Who's crazy? Like now they're like, I literally have one friend who's like, why didn't I listen to you? He's going through a really tough time health-wise, right? Same age as me. Harder now to live a better life in the future. So who would you do that for? So find a who and think about them. When you feel like eating wrong or making bad choices or not going to the gym, who would you do it for? And then the next one is why. This is a really important one. Why do you want more energy? Why do you want to be healthy? Why do you want to have more like enthusiasm, right? A lot of components in here. But why do you want it? Now, you know, if you're a part of KBB, you read my book, Millionaire Success Habits, you know that I go deep on the 7 levels deep. You do that. Why not do the 7 levels deep in health and vitality, right? Energy. Why do you want more energy? Why do you want to be more fit? Why do you want to have more mental clarity? Why do you want to have more energy at 7 o'clock at night than you currently do? Listen, one of the things that we're going to get to is finding a way to love what you do. Not all of you do. A lot of you, KBB family, you're loving what you do and you're ready to make it real on another level, scale it, even start it. But why do you want more health? I want to tell you, for example, I just helped Tony. A lot of you got to see UPW, the first Unleash the Power Within live virtual, right? I helped Tony orchestrate that whole thing. I created the Comeback Challenge. I laid the whole thing out. I did 100% of the marketing. I helped my brother. He's my brother. He's my best friend. I love him dearly, right? And he needed to shift from in-person to virtual. I'm like, I got this. I'm going to jump in with my team, and we're partners on multiple things, but we jumped in and said, let's do this. And then we laid out UPW, and it sold out, and the biggest UPW ever. If you could imagine what it takes to steer a couple hundred people from all live events to virtual, and then build the technology, and then fill the event, and build the arena. I didn't sleep. I'm not kidding you. I didn't sleep more than 4 hours a night, maybe more than 3 hours a night for a couple of weeks. It was 6 weeks of the craziest schedule of my entire life. Like crazy, probably the craziest schedule I've ever had, right? And I'm a worker. I can do 20-hour days like it's nothing. But I worked every piece of this. Those of you that know me, you probably could tell the behind the scenes, the marketing, the Comeback Challenge, the offer, over-delivering. Everybody loved it. It was an event that changed the world. And who better than Tony Robbins? There's nobody better than him, right? Like, let's just say it. It comes to mindset and what he teaches, best of the best. But I didn't sleep. And the 5 days of UPW, maybe 2 hours a night. I was up till 3 o'clock analyzing the day so I can make suggestions and recommendations and all the shifts for tomorrow. No one's ever done it. No one's ever done a Zoom training with 22,000 people. It was the biggest Zoom in the history of the world. Zoom, the owner of Zoom called Tony and couldn't believe it. No one's ever done it. The biggest Zoom, the biggest UPW, the biggest transformation, the biggest board break in history. All those things took 22-hour days. But I had the gas in the tank to do it. Tony's like, you're incredible. And Tony's got the same stamina, right? Him and I are both doing 3 hours. And he's like, it was there for when I needed it. How great would it be? Like, why are you doing this? Maybe it's just because when it's time, you have the gas in the tank. You have the ability to do it, right? I'm not doing it for the money at this phase of my life. I'm just being honest. I'm doing it for the impact. I'm completely obsessed with impact. Why am I here on a Saturday when I haven't spent time with my kids, my wife? I've been so damn busy. I'm here because I'm obsessed with impact. I'm obsessed with delivering this message for you. If you get one thing out of this today that shifts your health, your energy, your vitality, then I did my service here on a Saturday, right? But why do I want that energy? To be able to do this. You think, did you watch UPW? Some of you did. You see Tony on stage? Tony looks 60 years old. The guy went 13 hours on day 3, or something like that. 12 hours on day 3, 10 hours on day 1. How? Because of some of these things we're sharing with you today. Not rocket science. I don't have the book on vitality and youth, and I don't have any magic like needle that goes in your arm and makes you young. I don't have a magic pill that gives you, I don't have a magic energy drink that does it for you. I'm just giving you the stuff that you could do. Everything I'm sharing with you today, you have the hold on. You have all the ingredients you need right inside of you, right? So we're gonna dabble between mindset and strategy and tactics, right? So why do you want it? I have some whys. So I have gas in the tank when I need it. There ain't nobody that outworks me. No one, and I love it. Maybe I get significance through that. Okay, I get a little significance that I can outrun, outwork, outthink. And I don't mean think 'cause I'm the smartest guy in the room. I mean clarity of thinking. You know how cool is it that I can go 12, 13, 18 hours and still be freaking crystal clear at 51 years old? Like crystal clear at 2 o'clock in the morning when everybody's like, I can't even think straight. It's my 5th cup of coffee. I'm like, no. How does that happen? That's not the way I was born. I developed this. I created this. It's like a power plant. A power plant doesn't have energy. It creates energy. These little things that seem like little things are actually things that creates my energy. Everybody asks, how do you do it? Like this, okay? So why do you want it? Not me. Why do you want it? So then the next thing is not only why, but what does more energy look like in your life? What would it be like to feel younger, stronger, more alive? Like, what does that look like? What does that look like when you get out of bed, right? These are I love visual, like your mind can attach, right? Like a vision board. I know I've never built a vision board in my life, so I'm not advocating that, and I'm not saying I just never have. Do I set goals? Of course. But what does more energy look like on a day-to-day basis for you? Does it finally give you the energy to get up a little earlier to work out? Does it finally give you the energy to get rid of to get done with your thing you do during the day so you can work on your next level of life at night with more clarity, more stamina, more enthusiasm and energy, right? If you're a KBB member and you're already crushing it, what does more energy look like in your life to that next level? Or you're just starting, you want to do your first campaign or whatever business you're in, right? What does more energy, more enthusiasm, more vitality look like in your relationship? What does it look like as a parent? What does it look like as a friend? Right? I want, the more we visualize, like, okay, everybody always says that I have a lot of energy. Wouldn't you love, this is real. Like any of you that have met me, I'm sure there's got to be people in here I've got to spend time with. This is just who I am. That's the thing most people say is like, oh my God, I just thought you were like this hype guy. Like, I'm not obnoxious. Like maybe I am to some people, but like, I'm not like always around like, hey everybody, yay, rah, rah. I'm an introvert, just so you know. I love sharing with you, but I'm an introvert in crowds. If I go and there's strangers, I'm really to myself. I'm shy still, but I have unstoppable energy, stamina. I know what that looks like for me, and I'm never gonna let that go. When I start to get away from it, it actually drives me nuts. Right? I have the love of my life right now with my wife, Lisa. I'm obsessed with, I'm never going to let her feel anything but the way she feels because she makes me feel a certain way. I have such a connection with my kids right now. I went to bed last night and tucked my kids in and my daughter's like, Dad, she's 13. She's like, Dad, I love you so much. I'm like, I love you too, babe. She goes, no, I mean it. You're a really good, I could cry right now. She's like, you're a really good dad in so many ways. I see how busy you are and you work so hard. She said, Dad, get some sleep tonight. You don't sleep enough and you need sleep. Like, I could share more, but I'd cry right now because I walked down the stairs last night after tucking her in. After my son said something similar, I was crying. But that's so damn important to me. I'm not stopping. I know what that means to me. What does more energy, health, vitality look like, and what does it mean to you? Stop screwing around. Because here's now this is where we're going to anchor it in. Step 1, anchoring it in. Okay, I didn't give you any magic potions yet. I didn't give you some secret pill that I take that gives me the energy. I take vitamins, but I don't have any magic pill. But here's 3 things I want you to do, like we do with many things in your business. Right now, do this for me. Please share some of it here. Share it with everybody else. But do this for you. What are 3 huge benefits or feelings you'll have for taking an next level? You might already be doing it. Next level action with your health and vitality, whatever it is, your health, your fitness, your mental clarity, the energy that you have. What are 3 things that would be a huge benefit to you? Like right now, we went through that process. So what are they? Like, you know, the whole thing, it's a year from now, you're looking back and it's been the best year of your life with your energy, with your health, the way you feel, the way you look. What are 3 things that would just make you feel alive, or 3 benefits? Literally right now, write it down right now, and put it in here, but also put it in your, hopefully you have a Better Life journal, but put it in your journal right now. 3 benefits. It's a year from now. You have more energy than you've ever had. And that's whole, listen, let me just tell you something, okay? As you're thinking through this, let me tell you the bullshit. Excuse me, on a Saturday, I'm just going to say it like it is. Let me tell you the bullshit that people say to you. I remember people saying to me when I was in my 30s, oh, you're in your 30s. 30s, enjoy your 30s. How many of you have ever heard that? Enjoy your 30s, because Dean, when you hit your 40s, oh, everything changes. Everything changes. Shit just starts falling apart. You don't feel good. Your knees hurt. 40s, that didn't mean shit to me, right? 40s were amazing for me. My energy ramped up in my 40s. But then the big one was, 40s, rather you got through the 40s, but you have no idea what the 50s are like. Everything goes fast. It changes. Like, dude, it's just not the same. It's like you eat one bit of sweets and boom, the stomach goes out. You forget cardio for, like, all these stories. I would kick my 41-year-old's ass right now. I'm stronger. I lift more weights. I'm not saying, again, it sounds like I'm bragging, but I don't take testosterone. I'd like to. I tried it about 5 years ago. My hair started falling out, so I didn't want to go bald. So I don't, because I know your mind is so much stronger than just a shot. Now, if you can get it, it doesn't affect you. Congratulations. And if your doctor says it's good for you, then you should do it. I'm not just, today's not the day about those like testosterone or HGH or any of that stuff. I'm just talking real. Like, I would kick the shit out of my 41-year-old self right now. Don't listen to anyone. Don't even let your subconscious say, well, we are 40. Well, we are 50. Well, we are 70. My dad's 84. My dad was in my gym yesterday, killing it in the gym. He's 84 years old because he's adapted. And his life, he's made a lot of mistakes. And I'll just be honest, I love him to death. But one thing he hasn't, maybe I got this from him, is his health and his energy is his number 1 priority, and staying youthful. And that guy, he is just my example. 84 years old, the guy can still run, jump, leap. I mean, if you met my dad, you would think he was 60 max. Legit, 60. It's crazy, right? But he's got brothers and sisters. It's not in his genes, because he's got brothers and sisters with the same genes, same DNA, but they didn't take care of himself, didn't obsess on it. And, you know, there's 12 in his family, and there's only 2 left out of 12, right? And he's one of them. And one of his sisters who took care of herself is 97, I think. So it's just a great example. So I shared that because I want to know right now, for you, what are the 3 benefits of making this real, right? Taking action with that. But then the part that most people miss, right? And you know I love doing this too, depending on if you're a move away or move towards person. If you're moving away from something, you ready for this one? And I love this, greater confidence, endurance, productivity. I love this. What's this? Mindset, health, body, have loads of energy, confidence, mental clarity, happiness, positive energy, feel energized. Awesome. I love all of this. I love all of this. Better routines, better life, better choices, more time with family, right? I mean, think about that. I don't want to leave my kids, especially now I'm having new kids. I want to be here. So I know what my 3 are. I know what my top 10 are. But then let's go to the other side. This is a part I want you to be real. I want you to put it in here. Like, don't mess around. Just say the freaking truth. What are 3 inevitable results? What are 3 inevitable results a year from now, or 20 years from now if you don't take action to improve your health, vitality, and your energy? Let's just be honest. If you just ignore it, if you push it to another day, if you don't make these small shifts, if you don't find a way to focus on the outcome, to know who you're doing it for, why you're doing it, what it looks like in your life, the 3 things that can benefit you. If you don't make these small shifts, in a year from now, what's the inevitable results? Or 20 years from now? Will the business never get started? Will you not have the energy to do it? Will you gain another 5 pounds? Will you stop taking the stairs and just be the elevator or escalator person? Let's get more serious. Could it be diabetes? Could it be that you'll die early? Could it be that you get a disease because you're not taking care of your body? I know some of you are going through some tough times now. I'm not trying to be an ass. But we all get to draw a line in the sand at a certain day. And I'm just trying to give you tools to make this shit go. Make it real, to make it stick. Right? Because we can talk about this till we're blue in the face. But let's just get real today. Let's not sugarcoat it. Let's just not be rah, rah, motivation, yell, jump up and down. Let's do this. Yeah, I love all that. I also love to just be real. Like this is we're like a family, right? Let's just get real. If you don't make shifts, what's inevitably going to happen? And if you're not, sickness, sadness, being miserable, won't be able to move much, right? This is dementia, right? What about dementia? Diabetes, obesity, depression, right? Physical, finance, business. I mean, you guys are freaking amazing. Honestly, you guys, look at my hair standing up on my arm right now. You guys are just amazing. Because let's just say it like it is, right? If we don't make shifts, what if it wasn't? What if you never got sick, never got diabetes? Let's not talk about dementia or death. What if you just didn't have the energy and the vitality and the freaking power to just take the business that you're starting, whether that's KBB or scaling or whatever it is that you're doing? What if you just didn't have the energy to do it? And a year from now, you are exactly where you are right now. How does that feel? How does that feel being on an inner circle 1 year from today and going, oh my God, I just missed another year. Oh, you know that feeling? Shit, another year. Okay, let me try it. Why not just decide today? Listen, let's just be honest. There's been fad diets, fad exercises, all the stuff. And I don't know which one's the best. I don't. I just choose a balance, right? And we'll talk more about that in a minute. But couldn't we agree that if you say you wanted to lose a little weight and have more energy, be a little healthier, can we agree right now that if we ate smarter and worked out more, we would be healthier? I'm not trying to be a jerk. Can we agree that? Do we all know that too much sugar is bad for us? Can we all agree that that's true, right? Can we all agree that more live, green or multicolored vegetables, more of those, is better for us, right? I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm just saying some things are simple. Do we know that if we had more cardiovascular movement in our body, that it's good for us? Do we know that a little weight training to keep our bones and muscles, keep our muscles strong and keep our bones in place is good for us? Again, I'm not trying to. But the problem is we get sucked into counting our macros, counting our calories, and this new diet. Like, you're really going to fit that shit in your life? You're really going to count your macros or your calories every day and put it into an app? I'm just being honest. Let's just say it real. You're going to put your shit in an app every day and track it. Is that really going to lose the weight? Come on. Is it really going to put you in shape? Give you the energy? No. We got to find stuff that matches in our lives, that builds into a routine that's like, you already know how to eat healthy. If you don't, go watch a video on YouTube. Find something that you can do that's sustainable. Say no to the breads, the extra bread, the extra sugar, the extra soda, the dessert most of the time. You say no to that. Say yes to the things that fill your body. We know good carbs are, sweet potatoes and oatmeal or whatever, right? You kind of know it. So stop waiting for the magical, like I always say, don't wait for the magical money machine. Don't wait for the magical diet. Just eat healthier and exercise and move more. Like, eat better, move more. We're all in better shape now. The shit that's not going to get you is not the tactical. It's the practical. It's the things that I just shared here. What's up? What's up? Hey, before you go, you need to watch these next few videos. They're absolute game changers. Hurry up and click right over here and watch them, and I'll see you there.